When I was a little kid, I used to look up at the sky full of stars and think the same thing. And that is, what is going on in this giant outer space above? I was enamored by the shiny stars. I became obsessed and started looking to outer space. However, as I became an adult, I completely forgot about all that. Oh, look! A shooting star!
What? Where?
Shizuku, your mom is here to pick you up.
Okay.
My name is Sasaki. I work at a pretty well-known trading company. However, ever since my father became ill, I've been coming to the hospital every day to visit him. I was on the road to a promotion, but today I had made a certain decision. And at that time, I never could have imagined that this decision was going to change my life by 180 degrees. Hey Dad, I'm going to quit my company. What? And from now on, I'm going to protect the steel factory that you had protected. So, I want you to focus on your recovery, Dad. Keisuke. And so, I resigned from the company where I had worked for 6 years. And as for my girlfriend, who I had been dating for 3 months and worked at the same company, her name was Zeriko Ginen. I tried to explain the situation to her, but... Actually, my family owns a steel factory as a family business, but my father, the CEO, is ill and he's unable to work anymore.
So?
Well... I'm going to resign from the company, and I may cause you trouble from now on, Zeriko. So I thought I should tell you about this.
Huh? What are you saying?
What?
Obviously, I'm going to break up with you now. There's no way I want to be the girlfriend of a small-town factory. I only dated you because they said you were going to be promoted next. That's the only reason.
Hey!
Well then, bye.
And so, I was done by my girlfriend, but I didn't have time to just be looking down. I started working at the factory straight away.
Hello, Mr. CEO.
I'd like to get started with a tour of the factory.
Yeah, right this way.
The people who work at the factory, many have been there for years.
Most of the employees here are veterans that have been working here for over 30 years. I know the previous CEO said this as well, but our skill levels are top class.
It's true. I can't believe that they can make such small, detailed things by hand like this. The more difficult it is to make, the higher the value becomes. This could be... Wait a minute. We might be able to change. I quickly took off the worker's uniform and immediately began doing sales. I realized this was the best way to utilize my experience from my previous company. The first place I headed to was a company called Love Industries that I had a relationship with from my previous workplace, and they were a major company that developed domestic rockets. Alright, here we go. This is Mr. Hashimoto, division manager who was in charge of rocket development.
I heard that you've taken over your father's steel business.
Yes, that's the case. To get to the point, I was hoping you'd take a look at our technology.
Wow. This is amazing. However, although we can buy the technology for a high price, do you have any designers that can create parts for rockets?
We don't.
In that case, especially since Sasaki Steel doesn't have much of a reputation either, doing business with you will be difficult. I'm very sorry, but that'll be all for today.
No, wait. Please, Mr. Hashimoto. Please wait. Our employees have the necessary skills. But it's just as you say, Mr. Hashimoto. It's true that we don't have the foundation to really utilize those skills. Which means that what our company needs now is... As soon as I got home, I put it on a job listing for a science university graduate who can design rocket parts and understand steel manufacturing. I didn't have many expectations. About a week later, we had a certain person apply. Shizuku Okabu? Isn't that... And then, the day of the interview, the person that showed up was exactly as I thought. This girl is Shizuku Okabu. She was 2 years younger than me. When we were little kids, I remember playing with her.
Nice to meet you.
I was an only child, and Shizuku lived next door to me. We were so close that she was like a little sister to me, and we used to play together almost every day. However, I went to middle school first, and 2 years later, Shizuku went up into the private middle school too. And ever since then, we've been estranged. I haven't seen her since then. It's been quite a few years. Even still, she's become pretty. I don't mean to be rude, but do you remember me?
Yes, actually, that's the reason why I applied for this job.
What?
I had been working in Tokyo for all these years, but because of my family, I recently moved back to this hometown. When I was taking a walk in the evening, I saw you walking into this factory, Mr. Kazuki. And I saw there was a job opening, and I thought maybe I might be able to help you, and so I built up the courage to apply.
In that case, please, do lend us your help. And Shizuku started working at the factory straight away. Shizuku was a super scientist, and she was a skilled designer as well. My suggestion, I asked her to start working designs for rocket parts.
Alright, it's done. What do you think of this?
Yeah, it's well done. I think this might be able to pass. Let's ask the steelsmith to see if they can recreate it.
Yes, sir.
We made many mistakes in the development of the rocket parts, but finally, 1 month later, we had finished this product in hand. Let's submit this to the competition for Love Industries one more time.
You're right. I think we'll be able to get it this time.
And then, the day of the competition, they were already aware of our highly skilled products, but with the design, Sasaki Steel was finally able to sign a contract with Love Industries.
I did it, sir!
Yeah, but this is all thanks to you all. And then, 2 years later, Sasaki Steels and Love Industries continued to grow their contract, and we were able to grow so big that we achieved an annual profit of $1 million.
Thanks to technology from Sasaki Steel, it looks like we're going to be able to complete the rocket by next year. And well, actually, this is a private matter, but now that my work has reached one step, I wanted to let you know that I'm getting married next month.
Well, congratulations! After 2 years, my personal life and of course my work and those around me will continue to change and move into new chapters. However, but then one day, out of nowhere, I got a phone call from Zeruko, who I was dating at my previous company. I wonder what she's calling about after all this time.
Hey, Kazuki, long time no see. How's your small town factory? I bet you're just working in some dirty, oil-stained factory clothes, aren't you?
No, it's actually not like that.
So, anyway, I'm actually getting married next month. My partner is super elite.
As usual, she's just after the money. She hasn't changed at all.
So, there's actually something I'm a little troubled by.
Troubled by...
It's going to be a huge reception of 300 people, but I don't have enough guests on the bride side. So, I'm gonna send you an invitation, so you can come. Kazuki?
What? Why should I?
Why not? A lot of people from the company will be there. Won't you be happy to see them all? Anyway, I'm gonna send you the invitation, so make sure you attend, okay?
Hey. Well, the people at my last company did take good care of me. I guess it's a good opportunity to say hi to them all. I felt like I had no choice but to attend Zeruko's wedding. And so, the day of her wedding, when I saw the groom's name on the wedding invitation, I thought it must be a coincidence, but... to my shock, the man that Zeruko was going to marry was none other than Mr. Hashimoto from Love Industries. Mr. Hashimoto of Zeruko? The wedding venue was lively, and the candle service was very fancy.
Oh my. Kazuki, this is where you were? There were so many people here that I didn't notice you at all.
Zeruko, congratulations.
Let me introduce you. He's a super elite at a major company. A huge difference from a poor steel factory CEO.
When I looked at the guest list, I thought it must be a coincidence, but I didn't know that you knew Zeruko, Mr. Sasaki.
Yes, from my previous company, actually.
Oh yeah, that's right. Although meeting this guy was honestly such an embarrassment in my life.
Embarrassment in your life?
Oh, nothing. Don't mind it. I'm only going to continue loving your forever, honey.
Zeruko. What do you mean when you just said that Mr. Sasaki is an embarrassment in your life? He's an amazing CEO with an annual profit of over $1 million.
Huh? An annual profit? 1 million?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure 2 years ago. It may have been a small company before we started doing business with them. But then you changed your perspective. Isn't that right, Mr. Sasaki? Their detailed technology and brilliant designs, they're creating all of the parts for our rockets. Mr. Sasaki, I look forward to continue working with you.
Yes, thank you. And the same to you, Mr. Hashimoto.
Annual profit of 1 million?
After that, I felt like I saw Zeruko's smile disappear from her face for the rest of the ceremony. That happened, but their wedding ended smoothly and came to a close. I got to see Mr. Hashimoto look so happy, and I was also able to tell my old colleagues about how my business was going, and I was satisfied. As I was trying to leave, I got a phone call from Shizuku.
Oh, Kazuki. If I remember correctly, you said the wedding was today, right?
Yeah, it actually just ended.
Oh, really? Well, that's perfect timing. I also just finished attending my friend's wedding. If you'd like, would you like to go grab a drink somewhere?
Yeah, let's. From there, I met Shizuku at her favorite cafe bar and we ordered drinks there.
I'm really glad that you let me work at your company, Kazuki.
We're the lucky ones. The company never would have grown this much if it weren't for you, Shizuku. You're really helping us.
This day, when we're working together, it makes me think about all the times we used to play together. Do you remember, Kazuki? When I fell off the swings and hurt myself, you gave me a piggyback ride and took me all the way to my house. I was so happy when you did that for me.
Shizuku.
To be honest, I really wanted to go to the same middle school as you, but my parents were really annoying that I had to go to private school. Because, I was an only child. I always wished that you were my real big brother, Kazuki. That's how I always felt. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm the only one that's been talking.
Not at all. We've been so busy with work that we haven't been able to sit down and talk like this at all, but I'm also really happy to get to talk to you, Shizuku. Thank you for inviting me today.
Kazuki.
In the same way I thought of her as my little sister, Shizuku also used to think of me as her big brother. And I was happy to be able to hear that. Plus, she had become like the right arm to Sasaki Steel, and we had developed a relationship beyond just being work colleagues. As days like that went on, 1 month had passed since Zeruko's wedding. After that, we received a new order from Love Industries, and our days had become even busier than before. Great work, Shizuku! Hey, I got some pork buns. Let's eat them together.
It's so warm.
This is why pork buns are the best when it gets cold out. Now that I think about it, we used to eat pork buns like this when we were kids too?
Kazuki?
Yeah?
We're still in the middle of working, so this may be inappropriate, but to tell you the truth, you were my first crush, Kazuki.
What?
I know before I said that you were like a big brother to me, but before I knew it, that had turned into my first crush.
Shizuku.
When I got the first job offer here, I was excited to hopefully be able to help you. And I was doing everything I could to work hard, but it looks like I have a crush on you again, Kazuki.
What? Me too. I need to tell her how I feel too. This is my chance. Shizuku. I also like you, Shizuku.
Kazuki.
So, from this day forward, Shizuku and I became a couple. However, just as we were happily living our lives together, I got another phone call from Zeruko.
Hey, Kazuki, how's work going? Good?
Yeah, guess so. How's the newlywed life, Zeruko?
Oh, about that. It's not going that well.
What? Really?
Yeah. When I was reunited with you at the wedding, even it made me want to start over with you again. Is there any chance that you and I can try again?
Wait a minute.
What do you mean try again? You're married, aren't you? Please, I'll break things off with my husband. Please!
No, there's no way. I already have someone anyway.
What? Really? Who? What do you mean?
Anyway, I'm never going to start over with you, Zeriko. Goodbye.
Wait!
Even after she got married, she hasn't changed at all. After that, my phone kept endlessly ringing with phone calls from Zeriko. Days like this continued, until one day. Today was the presentation of the new rocket products. We were bringing a new invention that we had spent the last 3 months on, to Love Industries. We're going to go now.
Sir, good luck. You got this.
Here we go.
As we were heading to Love Industries in a taxi, I received a phone call from an unknown number. Yes, this is Sasaki. What? My father? Emergency? Yes, I understand.
What's the matter?
Apparently my father's situation has taken a turn for the worst. I need to go to the hospital immediately, but you also have the presentation. I was pressured by the decision of having to choose a huge work moment or my family in that moment. But I headed to the hospital. I explained his situation to Mr. Hashimoto and asked him to change the date of the presentation.
Are you part of the family?
Yeah,
Tonight is going to be critical. Please, stay by his side.
I held my father's hand and could only pray for his health. Next to me, Shizuku stayed throughout the night, also praying for him.
Hey, Kazuki, it's the morning.
You're right. My father somehow made it through the night, and his life was saved.
Looks like both of your prayers reached him. Looks like he's going to be fine now. He made it past the mountain.
Phew, thank goodness. From there, I immediately called Mr. Hashimoto and informed him that my father's life was saved. I'm truly sorry about the sudden cancellation of our meeting yesterday.
I'm so glad that your father was okay, Mr. Sasaki. And plus, Mr. Sasaki, you're always very honest with us and hardworking. I already explained the situation to the rest of the company here. There's nothing to worry about.
Thank you very much. Actually, if I may, there's something in private that I've been being troubled by.
In private?
Recently, I've been getting a lot of phone calls from your wife, Mr. Hashimoto. She has been asking to get back together with me.
Actually, I already got a divorce from Zeriko.
What?
Yes, it's quite an embarrassing story. Right after we got married, I discovered that she was cheating on me, and plus, it seems she only got married to me because she was after my money. Right now, I'm in the midst of collecting a settlement fee from her.
I had no idea. When I got back to my company, to my disbelief, that Zeriko was standing there in front of the office waiting for me. What are you doing there?
What do you mean? You said you don't want to start over with me, so I came all the way here for you. I told you that I'll break it up with my husband, so come on.
You know, I already know the situation. You had an affair and that you already gotten a divorce from Mr. Hashimoto.
What? How do you know that?
And you're being sued for the settlement fee and don't know what to do, and that's why you're crying to me, isn't it? Causing me trouble, so can you cut it out with loitering around me and bothering me? You're not going to stop? I'm going to report you to the police.
Fine. I don't need to rely on you anyway. I'll figure it out myself.
From there, Zeriko never showed up in front of me ever again. And 1 year later, today was the day I had long awaited, my wedding day to Shizuku. Mr. Hashimoto and my father were both in attendance.
Sir. And look at you, Shizuku. Congratulations.
Shizuku, I swear I'll make you happy.
Yeah.
All the business reputation that Sasaki Steel had built, and thanks to the help of Mr. Hashimoto, Sasaki Steel was taken in under the umbrellas of Love Industries. Shizuku was the only designer in the company until then, but after we received more employees from Love Industries, she was finally able to lift some of the weight off her back. And plus with this, we didn't need to worry about our business for a while. For the record, as for that Zeriko, I heard a rumor from my former colleague. She was so desperate for money, she ended up putting her hands on company money and she was fired and arrested. I'm sure her personality of wanting money so badly was her demise. And finally, today's the day of the rocket launch at Love Industries. Last night, I felt like I was finally going to reach outer space that I dreamt of as a little kid. I couldn't sleep. Of course, Shizuku also felt the same way, but she wasn't standing next to me there. It's finally here.
Sir? Where is Miss Shizuku?
This morning she had labor pains and she's at the hospital right now. Once the rocket launches, I'm also going to go straight to the hospital.
Is that so? Well, that's exciting. Congratulations.
Yeah, there it goes. It's launched.
Take off.
And the rocket carrying all of our hopes and hard work launched high into the sky.
Thank you for watching all the way to the end. Hope you enjoyed today's episode. And don't forget to check out our other episodes too. According to my calculations, you are about to like and subscribe to our videos. Thank you for watching. See you next time.